In this video, we will be talking about the major layers of the small intestine, as well as the modifications of the GI tract that allow for optimal absorption of nutrients. Covering most portions of the GI tract is a connective tissue of visceral peritoneum, referred to as the serosa. The serosa provides a route for blood vessels and nerves, while encasing the small intestine and allowing it to stay stationary, but also slide along other surfaces without creating much friction, as it secretes serous fluid that lubricates its own surfaces. Serosa is not found throughout the entire GI tract, however. Instead, there is dense connective tissue found in areas such as the esophagus and rectum. The next layer, deep to the serosa, is the muscularis externa, which is comprised mainly of smooth muscle. There are two layers of this muscle within the small intestine, an inner circular layer and an outer longitudinal layer. The coordination of the contraction of these layers is very important in the movement of food throughout the tract, or peristalsis, as well as the processing and mixing of food with enzymes within the tract, which is known as segmentation. Beneath the muscular layer is the submucosa. This layer is mainly made up of dense connective tissue and contains large blood vessels, lymphatic vessels, as well as the submucosal nerve plexus, which is important in the regulation of muscular contraction of the small intestine. The mucosa is made up of epithelial cells and is crucial for the absorption of nutrients. If we look more closely at the mucosa, we will see that there are some modifications that increase the ability of an individual to absorb nutrients. First off, the small intestine has many circular folds, which allow for an increased surface area. This is important as an increased surface area for absorption means more nutrients will get into our bloodstream. Furthermore, along these folds are villi, which are small, finger-like structures that project into the lumen of the small intestine. These increase our ability to absorb even more. If this wasn't enough, there are also microvilli carpeting the surface of each villus, which increase the surface area to an even greater extent. These microvilli form what is known as the brush border and also secrete enzymes to break down any exposed foods. The epithelial cells may then absorb the nutrients.